Hello students. Today we are going to start with the poem Rain on the Roof by Coates Kinney. So students, as the name suggests, or from the title of the poem Rain on the Roof, we can very well make out that the poem is about the rain. Here the poet is telling us about the memories that he has of the rain. When he was a child, how he took rain as, and there are so many memories attached to the rain. The sound of the raindrops falling on the roof of his house brings back sweet memories of the past, and the poet has penned down all his feelings, all his memories in this poem. So let's read about what the poem is all about. So moving on to the first stanza. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. So, here the poet is saying that when the humid shadows hover, humid shadows here means the dark clouds which are full of water. The poet is saying that when the sky is full of these clouds which are moisture laden, that is full of water, and are about to bring rain, when such clouds hover around in the sky, means when they are, in the sky, when he can see them over all the starry spheres, at that time, huge clouds, which are full of moisture, move around in the sky, and the sad darkness of the night is wiped off by the raindrops, which seem like tears falling from the sky. So, here, students, the poet has referred the night as sad, and he's saying that the sadness is wiped off by the raindrops, which appears as if the tears are falling from the sky. The poet is comparing raindrops to tears, and he says that the dark sky, which seems to be very sad, it appears as if it is crying, and the raindrops, the tears shed by it. The raindrops are compared to the tears, and as the sky and as the night is sad, and the tears are falling down. He adds that it is like a blessing to lie on the bed in his room. Here, the cottage chamber means his bedroom, and listen to the sound made by raindrops falling in the roof. Students, there is a different kind of sound when of the raindrops when it falls on different things. If it is falling on the ground, it has a different sound. If it is falling on some surface of metallic surface, then it has a different sound. So, and we generally enjoy that sound. So here the poet is enjoying that particular sound of the raindrops which are falling on the roof. Now moving on to the second stanza. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof, and I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. So, in this stanza, the poet is expressing his feelings when he hears the raindrops falling on the rooftop of his house. He says that every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart. Here, tinkle is the short, that sound of the rain, that particular sound when the poet is hearing on the roof. So, every tinkle on the shingles. Shingles is the tiles which are used on the roof of his cottage. So every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart. So that particular sound creates an echo in his heart. That means brings back the memories in his heart. Whenever he hears rain falling on the rooftop, the sound repeats in his heart and his dreams. He has many different fanciful imaginations. He adds that his sound of the rain falling on the rooftop creates many new different dreams in his mind. So that brings, positivity in the poet's mind, that particular sound of the rain which is falling on the rooftop. He and apart from that, he recollects many memories of the past which come back into his mind as dreams. So the poet says that as he listens to the patter of the rain upon the roof, he has many new dreams in his mind, and the memories of the past comes back in the form of dreams. So in the second stanza, the poet is talking about various fanciful imaginations that comes into his mind when he hears the sound of the rain, and the memories also. So the two things that comes into his mind are his imaginations and the memories. Now moving on to the third stanza. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone, to regard the darling dreamers, ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I list to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. Now, here means, old poetic word for before, and dawn is daybreak. So, here the poet introduces his mother. In the last stanza, when he talks about the memories, mother comes into his imagination, his memories, and he says that he is dreaming of his mother. As he had told in the previous stanza, that rain brings memories of the past. So, what memories he has brought? It has come to the mind is the memory of his mother, who is no longer alive. In the past, she used to love him a lot when she was alive. She used to consider him a darling, and she would let him sleep till daybreak and have sweet dreams. The poet can still feel that his mother is looking at him as he listens to the song made by the raindrops falling on the rooftop of his room. The sound of the rain makes him correlate his past with the present. That brings memories of his mother. That is why the poet is moved by the sound of the raindrops on the shingles of his room. As I told, shingles means the tiles. Whenever he hears this sound, it brings back memories of the past, and he is reminded of his mother. So, the entire poem, you can say that is dedicated to the old memories of the past, of his childhood, and especially of his mother, who is no more. And as he listens to the sound of the rain on his rooftop, he remembers his childhood, the fondness of his mother, and all the old memories that he had. So many things we come to know, that he loved his mother, who is no more, and the rain brings out all the good, happy memories of the past. So I hope, students, you have enjoyed the poem, and it's written by Coates Kenny. And Coates Kenny, he was born on November 24, 1826, and died on January 25, 1904. He was an American lawyer, politician, journalist, and the poet. And he has written Rain on the Roof. And I'm sure you are going to read more works of the poet Coates Kenny, and enjoy lot many other works of his. Thank you so much.